excitement. I'm probably not going to stream it, but I'll just talk to you now. So I'm a little bit late for my normal 8 o'clock stream and a little bit early for my show. So it's, oh, I washed my hair and it's gone all fuzzy. So I'm about to go on, I'm exhausted and it's not even the end. And tomorrow we have to clean up all the venues and then I'm heading to Wales. And I thought I'd be clever. I booked a ticket. I thought I'll take the coach to Manchester rather than stay overnight tomorrow because my place where I'm staying is finishing tonight. So 9 o'clock, I get a coach to Manchester, 9 o'clock in the night, and it gets to Leeds at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to wait for 4 hours before the Manchester part of it, and then I have to get to Manchester by coach, and then I have to wait 2 hours and get a train all the rest of the way. I thought I was being clever. I saved some money. I saved about 60 quid. No, hang on. No, maybe only 40 or 50 pounds. But I thought I was doing a great thing and I was so happy. And now I'm going to, because now I'm thinking, well, maybe if nobody comes to my show, I can have a nap now. And then I won't have to have a nap tomorrow. This is my staging area. This is my screen behind me. I've got my mother and various people talking about Wales and various stuff. The show yesterday went splendidly. It was the best ever. So really, it's very quiet out. Hardly anybody on the streets. So I'm not really expecting an audience, nor do I particularly want one. But if I do, I will do a show. I will be professional. If I don't, then that's fine. Because I will have this room to myself, this haunted room to myself for another half an hour, however long it takes. So yeah, it's this is the cinema room. I've been in here before. You might have seen me try and do this Welsh show and the tech went all completely wrong and the live stream was just like I was a robot. It was a choppy. So I wasn't happy with that. You can see it if it's like stop motion animation, not even stop motion because there's no motion, it's just stop. And but it's in this room and I probably did you a little tour of like how there's a ghost there somewhere, if you can see the ghost. Well done, I can't. And it's just me in the room, just me. Spooky room. Ooh. I've got the tech working, I know the tech works, so I know that I have at least twice run this to my satisfaction. I've actually done 6 shows in this room with this, and at least twice, no, 6 including today, which I don't know whether that would run. So out of 5, 2 went really well. One went all right, and this one might not happen at all. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. Yesterday, as I say, went as good as I could have hoped for. So that's fine. I had money in my bucket, which was mostly Scottish money. So I spent today trying to spend that. Like I went to people's shows and put it in the bucket, and I bought a poetry book from somebody because they put money in my bucket. And so I bought a poetry book from their show. So it's just sort of what's what money should be really. It's going around in a circle. It has to really, because a load of places don't even accept cash. I went to Black Sheep Coffee. I thought I can spend some money here, but they have there's 3 or 4 of them behind the counter, but you can't order. There's like 2 big terminals, and you have to type it in and pay with like some cash app or card or something, but no way to spend your cash. And the Scottish cash, unfortunately, is not necessarily accepted outside Scotland, which is stupid because it is obviously legal tender. But it's like, oh no, that money's no good here. But no money's good anymore because you can't get anyone to take any cash at all. Have I got top chat, live chat, all vegetables. Messages, not vegetables. I'm obsessed with vegetables. What am I thinking? I haven't had that many vegetables. I've had a lot of tomatoes. I bought some cherry tomatoes. I've had fair few tangerines and bits of pepper and onion on nachos. I've had a lot of nachos because there's not that much gluten-free stuff to eat, and the nachos are fairly safe. I did accidentally on purpose. Well, I hadn't thought ahead, and there was some bread in the communal kitchen. I thought, it'll be fine. I ate the bread. I woke up with numb fingers and toes and I couldn't walk, and that's not a good thing to do. And then I looked it up because somebody else had something similar from another reason, and I thought that's probably not something I should continue to do. So I think this is a lesson to be more careful in future. I avoid it usually, but I sometimes when I'm in Edinburgh I'm like, I'll be fine. It will not be fine. Reader, it will not be fine. So yeah, nobody here. There's one person here, but nobody's commenting. That's a very spooky. Yes, so I have another 10 to 15 minutes before. There was a big queue by this time yesterday, though. A big queue. But the thing is, there's people that have won awards in this venue. So there was a lot of people earlier, and they were all here to see the people that won awards, and I didn't win any award. So all the people that I might have got that had been in the venue have gone to the award-winning shows. There's 2 award-winning shows and a tribute to a Jackie Hagan, who was a poet that has sadly passed away. So we've got people that are being there and people that are in the award-winning show, and then there's me. So I think the chances of getting anybody in are, considering how quiet it is. I think yesterday everyone went to see a show. It was the last Saturday. Today is the last Sunday. Sunday is quiet at the best of times. And just because it's the last Sunday of the Fringe doesn't mean that it's any less quiet. It's so quiet. It's oh so quiet. Ooh. What shall I do? Shall I play you? I'll play you a ukulele song. Shall I? I'll play you a song about my Fringe. I will make it up as I go along, and we'll have a show. We'll have a show come hell or high water. Yay! It's been 3 weeks and I'm still here just about. I'm very, very tired, but I'm not going to scream or shout. It's been 3 weeks and I've had a lot of shows and I'm still here just about. That's how it goes, and I'm here and I'm tired and I'm gonna see whether I get wired. But I sort of am just naturally, and I'm gonna go home soon, gonna have a sleep, gonna have a rest, gonna have a sleep eventually, but not today, not tomorrow, or possibly the next day. But it's been an experience. I've met lots of people, I've done lots of things, and I've seen lots of steeples, because there are a lot of churches in Edinburgh, kirkyards, cemeteries, mountains and seas and lakes. I haven't seen many lakes though. Seas and mountains, and I've walked so far and I've still come far, and I'm here now, and it's been quite an experience, and everybody is here, and I've met all these people, and I hope I keep in touch with some of them. And there's nobody here in my live stream anymore because it's quite unexpected, and I'm feeling very sore because I've walked so far, I've come so far, I've achieved something, I don't know what though. I've achieved being here, that's all we can ever do, is being here. That's all we can ever do, is being here, and by here I mean on earth we're here, and it's all we can ever hope for. It's here that we are, and it's here that we'll stay till the end of our lives, and we'll still be there after that, because whatever happens, the energy dissipates. The bits that made us are here, and it's Edinburgh, and it's London, and it's Wales, and it's the world, and it's the universe, and we're still here, and eventually we won't be here anymore, but it's okay, 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 it's okay for everybody, because it's worth it. I don't know why. It's worth it just to say I've been here with you, here with you. 3 people all of a sudden appeared out of nowhere. I still can't play the ukulele, but I'm having a damn good try, and that's really what I've come out of this whole 3-week experience, knowing that even though I necessarily can't, there's people coming in. I don't know whether they want to see the show. The show hasn't started, but you can come in anyway. People outside, if you want. They might not want. Have you come to see a show, people? No people. There's no people. That's typical, isn't it? Hello. What are you looking for?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything. You probably catch the end of the Jackie Hagan tribute poetry show. I've got a show about Wales, which I'm not expecting anyone to come to be perfectly honest. The show after this is Dan Lee's. You probably just missed the vampire show that was very popular. So yeah, there's still shows going on. There's shows all night.
Okay.
All night. So if you wanna have a drink at the bar and come and see a show, then that's just this room. But there's if you take one of the if you go outside, then they'll have every single room and what's on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any of the posters are up, are things that are still on. We've taken down all the posters that aren't on anymore. So if it's up, it's going to be on, probably, unless they've just let them in and they haven't had time.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. As you can see, I let them go on their way, because I've got free will and so have they. Everyone's got free will. I'm not going to make anyone come here. I could if I wanted to. I think I might get arrested if I made people do that, though. And then I locked the door and I didn't let them out, and they'd go, no, no, and they'd scream and they'd shout and they'd say, we didn't want to see your show, and I'd go, oh, too bad, but I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I would rather have a rest, to be perfectly frank. I would rather have a bit of a nap. I've been here too long and I'm gonna go home tomorrow, or the next day, or maybe the day after that. Who even knows anymore? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So yes, I don't know what the time is even. Let's have a little look at what the time is. I'll go over here. I've got various different things. I've come up with various different jokes. Some people don't know a joke when it hits them in the face. It's like, here's a joke. That's just facts and figures. It's like, is it though? Is it facts and figures, or is it something whimsical? Whimsical. So I think most people have got me, but I think I'm a very specific subset of people that would get me. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna, if I'm gonna come back next year, I don't know what with. So it's 8:51, so I've still got 4 minutes. Technically, my show hasn't started. This show started. So it's like, what's it like living your life in the spotlight? Oh yes, I'm living my life in the spotlight. Everybody thinks I'm so famous. It's so amazing and so fantastic that everybody knows who I am. Look at my massive audience. They're so big. They're so amazingly big. They're so big that you can't even see them from here. They're so nebulous and massive. They take up all the space. This whole room is filled with the atoms of the people. The people are so big that they go into space. That's how big my audience is. It's very spooky lighting in here. It's very difficult because I can't set this up anywhere without it. There's some lips on the side of these things, and if I pull that tripod I can make it a little bit higher, but not particularly high. That's as high as I can make it. So I can put it here, but it's too low. And it's sort of resting on the... Nah, that's no good. I'll put it up here. Woo! A high height. A high height. But I can show you my... Can you see that? Whoops. That's my slideshow. Can't really see it from there. It's just all shadows. So if I did the show live, you can see the show live because like I said, the stop motion animation. But yeah, you can't really see any of it, can you? Different angle. Get the angle, get the angle, get the angle, get the angle. Maybe do some of the show for you. Not how it would be. It'll be a little bit less amazing. Imagine the amazement. It has actually gone well. Unbelievably so. Unbelievably, it has gone well. That's not... Is that high enough? Right. So there's my setup. So this is my... You know, because a lot of people have got different opinions of Wales. I don't know whether you've seen any different opinions of Wales, but this is what people from my hometown think of Wales. Mountains.
Mountains. Lovely mountains and hilltops. And friendly people.
Friendly people.
Bit repetitive.
Friendly people. The mines.
Lakes.
Thanks.
Coal mines.
Daffodils. Welsh ladies.
Welsh ladies.
Poppies, okay.
Poppies. What poppies? I tell you what, there have been a lot of drug raids in my local town, but not poppy raids. There haven't been any poppies. I don't think we've got a massive... we haven't got that much of a heroin trafficking operation in my hometown, but yeah, maybe poppies. Maybe some beautiful poppies. The Welsh poppies. That's true, actually. The Welsh poppies are yellow. And I don't know whether they're actually poppies. Anyway, the Welsh connection. Did you see? Trying to get into contact with my inner Welshness. I am Welsh, but you wouldn't think it to look at me or listen to me. So that's what I decided to do. Look at the amazing dragon. Look, it's amazing what you can do with MS Paint, isn't it? Oh, look at it. It's brilliant. It's absolutely exactly like the dragon is. Like the dragon really looks on the Welsh flag. If you want to look at the Welsh flag, look at this Welsh flag. Whoa! It's identical. Identical. Yeah? So good. Yeah. So I did that. And then it turns out, like George R. Martin recently, Martin has said that the dragon should only have 2 legs. That these are actually limbs as well. And they shouldn't have 4 legs. That's not right. 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Animal farm. Yeah, so they're maybe like a big giant cockroach or an insect, really. These Welsh dragons with the 4 limbs and the extra limbs. Or maybe like Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. Because they've done recent research that maybe these little front little claws are actually behind them. And they've got claws and big wings. So, yeah. I don't do very many impressions. You've seen my Donald Trump impression, haven't you? Or have I put that on YouTube? My Donald Trump impression is very much like my Tyrannosaurus Rex impression, which is exactly like my Skeksis impression. It's like, Skeksis, come on, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Skeksis, silence of the lambs. So, not particularly, yeah, edifying, really. Hello, is that dragon a boy or a girl? Well, I don't think it's a boy or a girl. It's a unisex dragon. I don't think anybody's gendered this dragon. To be honest, this dragon is a thing unto itself. It's a mythical creature. Do mythical creatures have genders? I don't know. Sometimes they do. Mermaids and mermen. Maybe they're interchangeable, you know, because they're fish, and fish have cloacas. Did you know that? They don't have the normal... So if, like, they're fishy on the bottom, then they've got, you can't really tell from looking, to be honest. And actually, chickens have got the same sort of thing. So, there you go. So, yeah. So that is the Welsh dragon. But what else do you know about Wales? Welsh national costume. What? Look at that. That's my mother. She dresses like that all the time. Don't you, mother, if you're watching? Yes. Whoa, that's the Welsh national costume for ladies. The Welsh national costume for ladies. But nobody knows what the Welsh national costume for men is. Nobody. Except they have invented one, which is really just they send little boys to school and they wear little floppy caps and cravats and little waistcoats, and they're like, oh, I think it's just so they don't get left out, really. They don't feel left out. So that's what my mum dresses like on St. David's Day in particular. Look at our lovely little house there. That's not a house. That was next door's Wendy house. They've got a man cave now. They've knocked that down. They didn't have a fence at the time. I think they've got a fence. So my mum's standing in our garden and that's over the fence. It's not there anymore. Forget about it. So, factoids. Wales used to be part of England and England used to be part of Wales. There was arguments over the Welsh marches. In fact, I've seen a map from the year 600, and according to Welsh tradition, Wales, it actually goes all the way up to Scotland. So where I'm standing now, in Edinburgh, is actually part of Wales. Can you believe it? It's actually part of Wales. I'm in Wales now. Don't have to move anywhere. I'm already here. Haha. Anyway, factoids about Wales. In Hereford, you can shoot a Welsh person with a longbow on a Sunday within the cathedral walls. Apparently, you can also in Shrewsbury, I think. The same thing applies, only they have to be holding a sheep and it's a crossbow. It's a little bit specific, but then I remembered my Uncle John moved to Hereford and he was always pretending not to be Welsh. He wouldn't admit to be Welsh. And that was really specific, but actually, he started working for the Hereford Cathedral School Choir, so it's like the people in the history in the past had some sort of vendetta against specifically my Uncle John, who was Welsh working there. I think we'll leave that. So there's Welsh language. Some people learn Welsh and some people don't learn. It's up and down. It's not really in my area. Welsh is not a thing, but I tried to learn it, so I know a little. I can teach you some Welsh if you want. And what else? You used to have to pay to get into Wales, but it was free to get out, but it's not true anymore. They've changed it. And also they've got 2 bridges rather than just the one. The Prince of Wales Bridge, they've called it. That's a bit controversial because a lot of people are like, because do you know why they've got Princes of Wales? It used to be that there were real Princes of Wales. There were loads of them. Every single little district had a prince. Prince, all sorts of names they had. Amazing princes. But then the English defeated the Welsh, and the lords, who were still around, went, we want a Welsh prince. We want a Prince of Wales, English king. And the English king went, all right then. What do you want the Welsh prince to be? And they were like, well, he shall have no word of English, and he shall be born in Wales. And the English king said, I can do that. And he got his pregnant wife, moved her to Carnarvon Castle, and out popped Edward, and he's like, there you go, no word of Welsh, born in England, born in Wales. What am I talking about? Not born in England, he was born in Wales. See, just as well I've got no audience, just you to see it. So he was a baby, so obviously he didn't have a word of English, he didn't have any English, not one word. Cheated, tricked us. So yeah. There's other facts that I won't tell you here because they're a bit controversial and I don't want to get banned off of, I was going to say TikTok, we're not even on TikTok. Welsh perceptions is that we're the land of song. The land of song. Everyone can sing. You heard me singing at the beginning, obviously. It's true then, isn't it? The land of song. Song! Singing song. Feedback, the land of feedback, amazing. So the land of song, stuck in the past. Everyone used to say, I bet you live in caves in Wales. I bet you got no electricity. Bet you got no indoor plumbing. No running water. I bet you got no mobile phone signals. That's true. Got no mobile phone signals in the valley. Absolutely abysmal. Can't get a signal for love nor money. Very disappointing. So, yeah, also, it's full of sheep and not much else. You've heard the stereotypes about sheep. Not true. Don't be silly. So, the boyos and butties. Boyos is boyos. The boyos. Butties. In most of England, a butty is a sandwich. In Wales, a butty is your friend. So, you don't want to get those two things confused. You don't want to eat your butty unless you have consent. Because consent, boys and girls and people that aren't boys and girls and everyone, you have to get consent. That's very important. Yeah. And miners! Yay! There used to be lots of mines. There's not any mines anymore, really. Well, there are some mines, but you can't get paid to go down the mines. But me and my mum and dad, we've been down the mines. Yay! Look at that! Look at us! That's in Big Pit. Big Pit's in Blaenavon, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with things like the Taj Mahal and the pyramids, things like that. And this mine, just up the road from me. Yeah, that's the same. There is actually a little a disused ironing place. Not ironing. They're just ironworks. Yes, they go there, and that's the first place they ever ironed. I don't iron anymore. That's an old-fashioned concept. No. Yeah. So this is a Big Pit, and you can go down there, and we did, but you can't film down there. Do you know, I made the film, but I couldn't film down there. So I took the picture above the ground, and then we went down and we had fun. Can't smoke, see? Can't do anything. I was going to take the camera down, but it would have exploded, so that wouldn't have been good. So I just used the visitor centre and pretended. I could have been here. It looks very much like a mine, just in this place. Look at this. Exactly the same as Big Pit. I tell you what, almost identical. But this is under a bridge. I'm under a bridge. I know, it's a bit scary really. I'm always a bit afraid that it's going to go. Anyway, this is a sheep. This is the sort of sheep that you can see in Blaenavon. Look at the state of it. The stereotype about sheep and what people do to them in Wales, you wouldn't, would you? Look at the state of it. Looks like it's got an extra leg. Anyway, look. Oh, famous Welsh people. There's Richard Burton. Woohoo! Married to Elizabeth Taylor. Very popular, this one. Anthony Hopkins, very popular. Very popular with Donald Trump. Yes, Skeksis. And who else? Catherine Jenkins. Voice of an angel in one episode of Doctor Who, I believe. And Henry IV, who was famous and everything. Henry IV is in Henry IV Part 1 and 2. And various different things like that. So, what time is it? It is 9:05. I think we can safely say that This Is Us. That's a TV show. No, this is not This Is Us. I'd have got loads of people watching if this is Us. This is not us. Shirley Bassey, Diamonds Are Forever. Maybe I do more than one. Really good. Amazing. Brilliant impression. Donald Trump and hello.
Hello.
Were you looking for a show?
I'm just looking.
Oh, yes, it's lovely in here. Yes, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, no, I decided to do a live stream seeing as I got no
Are you
audience.
by yourself?
I'm by myself, yeah.
Can you come in?
You can come in, yeah. I'm halfway through my live stream thing. I'm just like going through some Welsh people here. Tom Jones, yay!
Hey.
Tom Jones!
I was just showing my friend, this is the free cinema room.
It's the free cinema room, yeah.
Yeah, she just said you were the weird free.
Come for kids shows.
February.
Yeah. I'm halfway through my live stream now, so yeah, you can
Welsh
join in.
people.
That's fine.
So
Yeah.
Is your show about Welsh people?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Not from Wales.
Not from Wales. Where are you from?
Guess.
Wales.
I just said not from Wales. Where are you from?
Wales.
Sorry, we're just some lost Europeans.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. Where are you from? Like Latvia? No. Just Poland. Germany. I don't know any other
I'm
countries.
not in the Eastern European.
Not Eastern Europe.
Not really.
Norway, Finland,
No.
Spain, France,
Yeah, I'm from near Barcelona.
Barcelona. I see how good I am at guessing countries. Eventually, if I guess enough
And
countries.
this is my friend, you have to guess.
Where are you from? Sweden.
I love another. We got another word.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
Scandinavian.
We both look very
Vikings.
You look, Italy. No, France. No, Cyprus, Greece.
Oh no,
You do. I don't know. Where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
Austria.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to Austria.
Oh, yeah,
I went
nice.
to Austria on a school trip. It was
Oh,
fun.
good. Like, was it winter or summer?
It was snowing, but it was in April.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
of
It was
course.
like on the top of the mountains. It was completely melted,
Which
but it was
which place
snowy.
was it? Do you remember that?
It was oh my god! I did find the itinerary of it. It was something we. No, I can't remember where it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
it was we had a little it was in the chalet and everything. What I do remember is they fed us soup and it was
Yeah.
like water, really the hottest water ever,
Yeah.
with boiling oil in it that just had no taste and it burnt our mouths. It was just like, this is just what?
Yeah.
It was like
That's what you get in the
boiling
mountains.
oil soup.
Nice.
It was really weird. Yeah, I'm sort of half doing my live stream, and I probably won't do this. I'll have a chat. So
Yeah.
the chat is the show now. The chat is the show.
Are we
Do you mind being on camera?
No.
No. So these are my lovely audience. We're not. So the show is not the Welsh show. The show is like just the chatting and having fun show. Yay! The chatting and having fun show. That's even better, isn't it? Yeah. So I was halfway through doing the Welsh show because I thought I may as well live stream it because nobody's here. But to be honest,
yeah.
Are there people online?
there's not. I mean, some people online. It's up so they can see it later. Yeah. So there's
Yeah,
some
sure.
people online. But it was the sort of like spur of the moment thing. So nobody sort of had any forewarning. So I'm lucky to have got anyone online.
So what do you have to say about Welsh people then?
Well,
Yeah,
just
continue,
various
that's
different
what-
things because it's a whole thing. But because this bit was just like famous Welsh people. But this particular, he was very famous in Wales and he did bad things. But he was getting all the jobs before that. But this person here has now got all the jobs that this person got. And he actually played an Italian singer on TV in the Go Compare adverts. But he's actually Welsh. He's called Wyn Evans, and he's going. Do you know Strictly Come Dancing? Have you seen Strictly Come Dancing? It's like a dancing show. Anyway, he's going to be on that. Yeah. This is not the show. This is just me sort of skimming through the show. Do you know who this is? He's very famous.
I'm so bad with like people and names and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Michael Sheen. I've had all people saying Martin Sheen
it's
or
all the same.
Charlie Sheen. He's not. He's
Oh,
Michael
it's
I
the
Sheen.
thought it's different.
So Michael Sheen,
Oh, yeah,
that's
the guy
an
from
old
Twilight.
person. Michael Sheen disguised as a young person
Uh-huh.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
As a vampire, as an angel, as Tony Blair, the Prime Minister, as Chris Tarrant, who is like he's a sort of game show host and general person. And this actually, I was tricking people because it's not actually Michael Sheen. It's a poet called Dylan Thomas. Yeah. So Dylan Thomas, he's never actually played him, even though he's got the same face as him. He's got the same face as him. I'm not doing the show really because it's like, anyway, all these people play Dylan Thomas. And these people, yeah, it's like, because I haven't got the I haven't got the build up to the show, so I'm just sort of going through the slides of the
Yeah.
show, and you're like, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not going to tell you what I was going to do with it.
Oh, good, yeah.
But these people, like, I'm from a place called Pontypool, and these people, that's almost exactly what they look like. They were rugby players, and you know the Six Nations rugby cup.
It's like the World
No.
Cup for rugby.
Oh,
It's like the World
yeah,
Cup for
okay.
rugby.
Yeah.
Well, in the 1970s, when there were only 4, so it was a lot easier to win. They were from my hometown, and it was the Welsh Front Row Grand Slam 1976 to 1978. And they were all from my hometown, and everyone was like, wow, that's so amazing. And this guy had a song about the Pontypool Front Row, and he said, Oggy, Oggy, Oggy. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of people know that the call and response is, oi, oi, oi.
He's just like,
But-
no, nothing.
No, nothing. No, exactly. But it's fine.
They look like such morons.
If I had no, if I had like 7 or 8 people or something, at least one would know this. Do you know the Manic Street?
Universe.
No. Do you know the Manic Street Preachers?
No.
No. Do you know what lava bread is?
No. Oh,
No.
I no. Actually, I don't know.
Yes.
This is seaweed.
Yeah, it is seaweed.
Oh,
But
nice.
then I was tricking people because I thought maybe it was that. Look at that! Yay!
lava
Because
bread,
I know
yeah.
lava's spelled a different way.
yeah, very good.
It's like I drew this picture on MS Paint, and I was like, it's Vesuvius, and it's like a Roman, and it's got like bread coming out, so that would make sense. But then I discovered that there was actually very little lava in Vesuvius when Pompeii exploded. So it was like, oh no. So but then I found that they've just recently discovered like a bread, like the first pizza. They're going, it's the first pizza ever invented. So it still works. It's lava bread essentially. But yes, it's seaweed. Really, it is seaweed. So
It's a good
you
Welsh
guessed
thing.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, I think I heard
Now,
that.
Yeah.
I didn't have it until recently. It's made of kelp, I think. It's very, very wet, and
Some type
it's
of seaweed.
type of seaweed. Yeah, it's not like crispy seaweed. It's sort of wet seaweed, and I think it's best if you mix it up with like bacon and fat and oats, and then sort of fry it in a pan,
Oh, nice.
which takes away the point of it's like you've covered up the taste of it. It's really nice if you put it with a lot of other things, so you can't taste it anymore. Yum. Yeah, and that is. I'm just going to skip through that. That is like the Welsh folk tales and everything. So they've got one Welsh folk tale about somebody called Blotherwedd, who means flower face. And flower face she was created because this boy, he was born, and there was a prophecy that he would marry no woman born of, no human woman would ever want to sleep with him. So his dad made him this wife out of flowers and sticks. And she was like, nah, not into that. And he was so angry, he turned her into an owl. So,
Okay.
story for the ages. Love story for all time. Yay!
It's a sex doll.
Lovely. Yes. It's just like, I think there might be like some stories like that. So I think I had an Italian a couple of years ago. I did this. I'm pretty sure I had an Italian that said there was a very similar story in Italy. I think all around the world there's like weird stories of
Sex dolls.
sex dolls. Yeah, like we created you a wife. The wife doesn't like you. Tough on the wife. We'll do something horrible to her. And also King Arthur. Do you know King Arthur? King Arthur's actually from Wales. Everyone's like King Arthur. No, he's from Wales. We claim him. He's in the Mabinogion. Like Steph was this like big singing competitions and culture and stuff.
I thought it was French.
French?
Okay.
Yeah, I said it's not French. That's Welsh. That's a Welsh word.
It's from
Look,
Normandy.
let's do some Welsh words. Look at that. Hoyle.
Oh.
That means pride or luck. And if you say Hoyle vow, that means goodbye. But it actually means big luck. So instead of saying goodbye, you go big luck. So that's how they say goodbye. There's no yes or no in Welsh at all. It's like you're either agreeing or disagreeing with people. And that means welcome, croeso. And that means Wales, because Wales actually is not the word that Welsh people would use to describe, because Wales actually means stranger or alien in sort of in Germanic-y type languages. So Cymru is the country. Cymru with a Y is the people, or Cymraeg is there's loads of things like that. Cwtch. If you get any sort of like a touristy items in Wales, you're probably going to have Cwtch written on it. But actually, it should have an S because that sound isn't in there. But Cwtch means hug or cuddle, yeah. It also means like to crouch down, yeah. And it also means like a little tiny cupboard. So if you go in a cupboard, which is a Cwtch, and Cwtch down and hug somebody, then you're Cwtching in a Cwtch while you're Cwtching. You're Cwtching in a Cwtch while you're Cwtching. And somebody also said if you take a tear out, then it's actually the word for boat, but then it's koch. And the word for red is koch. It's a lot of similar words, really, isn't it? Hello. Show's nearly over, but come in. It's just going through the language. We're learning the language. Back is tiny or little or dear. It's sweet and nice. And hiraeth, there was a big thing on TikTok lately because hiraeth means a longing for a Wales that's never been, Wales of the mind. It doesn't exist anymore. It never existed. It's a bit nebulous. It's a bit like, what the? But loads of people on TikTok were going, I've got the tattoo of hiraeth. It means a longing. It means love. So they were like, oh, I'm longing for something nice. And it's like, it's very specifically longing for a land that doesn't exist. It's just like, you have to sort of be Welsh in order to think of a land that never exists at your homeland. I mean, I'm sure there's. Anyway, Billy Doker is a puffin. You know what a puffin is?
Yeah.
It's like a
It's like
flying.
a bird that looks like a penguin.
Yes, it's exactly. That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. It's like a fancy penguin with a rainbow beak. But actually, penguin itself.
Penguins are birds. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's Billy Doker. That's it. But penguins themselves, penguin. That's actually a Welsh word. It means pen is head and gwyn is white, so it's white head. And pingu, you know pingu.
Yeah.
That's Welsh. And Fireman Sam, do you have him? Sam Tam. Fireman Sam. He's like a fireman in the don't know how many countries. And Super Ted, do you have him? No. Anyway, all of those. Poblaco means people of the valley. Somebody was in the back of somebody's audience, and they were making a joke that Welsh has got no vowels, but it's actually got more vowels because W can be a vowel and Y can be a vowel. Sometimes H can be a vowel. It's all of the vowels plus Y and W. So it's like that's and that's it. Poblaco means people of the valley. All the people that from my hometown have been extras in this, but we don't really speak Welsh in the area, and it's a Welsh language thing, so they can't really have any speaking, so they're just like not saying anything. But Pili Pala means butterfly, so that's a nice one. And Falabalam, that one, that's why I wanted to learn Welsh. I was like, what does Falabalam mean? Double F is a F, so that's a F, so it's quite easy, and one L is just a L. Double L would be a F. So it's more difficult. But falabalam, oh yeah, what does that mean? Nothing, it's a nonsense word. I tried to learn Welsh and none of it was true. It's a nonsense word. It was so frustrating. I was so annoyed. And that was a TV programme that my brother and I used to watch, even though we didn't speak any Welsh at all. Not a word of it, because the theme tune went, Torri Gwent. And we were like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. It was a sketch show. It means breaking wind. So, Torri is breaking, Gwent is wind. Yay! Cariad means dear or darling. Oh, that's so sweet. Now, I tried to learn Welsh on Duolingo. I don't know whether you've ever tried this to learn any language. It's just like hopeless. Because the first thing you learn is Drive Dewey, which means I am a dragon. I can't see any reason I would want to know that. Really.
So shit.
And they teach you the word for they teach you the word, I'm out of camera, they teach you the word for drinking, drink is ovid, so drink, ovid, but to drink. But they don't teach you the word for toilet until way later. So you're like, well, I've had a drink, what do I do now? But tea back is the two words. Back is little and tea, so it's little house. Little house, fun, the little house. But the thing that they're most obsessed with on Duolingo is something called panas, which is parsnips. It's like, what? And somebody called Owen that is obsessed with parsnips. Parsnips, you know what they are? They're like big white,
It's like a
like a white carrot.
Like
You know,
that.
sort of. It's a big sort of thing. It's like, why? That one of the things you learn is my clwb nos Owen in Gwerthu panas. It means Owen's nightclub sells parsnips. Not any reason to know that. It's like, so I got all the way to the end of Duolingo, and you know about as much as I know about the Welsh language. It did not help me in the least. What a load of worries. See, there's not many people that actually speak Welsh in my area, not many at all. But there are a lot of Welsh speakers in Argentina. There's still about 5,000 of them, which is more than in my hometown. And there's more Welsh speakers than used to be in my area, but no. But do you remember the Argentinian War? Do you know about it?
Yes.
Yeah. Way back there was a fight.
Malvinas. Islas Malvinas.
Yes, the Malvinas and the Falklands, and everyone fought, and it was like whoa, and it was quite stressful. We didn't have corned beef over here for ages because it's all from Argentina. Are you from Spain or Argentina?
No.
Do you know
But
about
I
it?
studied in Argentina.
You studied in Argentina, so it was stressful, right? It was stressful. It was mainly because I think people just wanted to war. But there was Welsh speakers from Argentina that were in the army, and they got captured by the British. And there were Welsh speakers because there was a lot of Welsh soldiers, and the officers' classes were like posh English people. And even though a lot of people think I'm a posh English person, nobody likes posh English people. That's probably why nobody likes me. Nobody likes posh English people at all. So they would bitch and moan about the English officers in Welsh to the prisoners and laugh and say awful things and laugh so much, and the English officers had absolutely no idea what they were talking about. This is a llama. It's a bit like a sheep. I had a bit earlier that you didn't see, so it doesn't make any sense if I do that, so we'll skip ahead. But leeks are the sort of symbol of Wales, and nobody's quite sure why. There's Cennin is the word for Cennin, but also a lot of people think that daffodils are, and that they're called Cennin Pedder, so which is Peter's leek. So leeks and Peter's leek. Now, there's a couple of things I've heard about why these are the symbol. Apparently, either some French people, some Welsh people were in France fighting, and there were some leeks in a field. So it's like, whoa, we'll symbolise Wales. It makes no sense. Or I've heard another thing that the Welsh were fighting the English, and in order to differentiate themselves, they picked up some leeks and put them on their lapels, and they're quite big. That seems a bit weird, actually. Or that Henry VIII gave a leek to one of his daughters for St. David's Day, which is the National Saints' Day. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. But also, you don't want to eat these. You don't want to get them confused because they are poisonous. You can eat the flowers, I've just found out, but you can't eat that. And a couple of years ago, they had these on sale for St. David's Day, which is March the 1st. And some people bought them because they thought they were an exotic fancy vegetable they hadn't seen before. And they got very, very ill. So do not eat daffodils. Do not eat daffodils, people at home. Do not eat daffodils. Now, this is probably make no sense to you. This is a video about parsnips. No, it's leeks.
March the 1st is, of course, the International Day for Leek. When leeks were first discovered, a nation went. On this day, throughout the world, huge effigies of leeks are manufactured and filled with unwitting strangers. Please see the National Leek Authority for details where you can witness this magnificent spectacle. If you wish to have power over somebody, simply make them a soup made of leeks, and they will be yours for life. Great battles have been won and lost over leeks. Leeks make ideal roofing material.
That's my bat, which, as we know, is the word for tiny.
Or leek can sink a great ship.
Anyway, that nonsense is, anyway. It's cool to be Welsh now. It didn't used to be cool when I was young, and mainly it's cool because of this. Do you know that? Have you seen that? Have you seen Doctor Who? No, nobody's seen Doctor Who. So I've got the wrong audience for
A very
this.
European audience, very just so continental.
They film it in Wales.
20, 30 years ago, Dr. Who.
No, it's now!
How is it the
They've got new Doctor Who, and
Oh.
it's filmed in Wales. So a lot of the people I went to school with have been in Doctor Who. So it's like, wow, that's really cool. It's really cool. And there's been no Welsh Doctor Who though, but somebody from Scotland pointed out that there've been 4 because it's a character that changes their face and never ages and changes. So instead of aging, they just change into somebody else, and they go through time and space, and it's all like woo. But there have been no Welsh ones. But one of the people that I went to school with that was in this a lot, he's been in it, and it's not going to make any sense because you don't know what Doctor Who is. It's like a really mad, long setup for a joke that nobody's going to get because you're like, what are you talking about? That show finished years ago. But he's called John Jenner, and he's an opera singer, and he also had like bit parts in 3 episodes of Doctor Who. So, you know, when you've got an extra and they appear in more than one episode, and you know who they are, so you're like, yeah, it's you again. Because he was in one episode where there was like an alien pig monster, and he shot the alien pig monster. And there was one episode that he was like a Dalek human hybrid, so it's like an alien human hybrid, and it's like, it's him again. And there was another one called Let's Shoot Hitler, where he was like a robot man that turned into like a Nazi and then turned into one of the lead characters, and it was very but the first person he was my friend John Jenner. And John Jenner, right, one of these things about this character is he changes his face and he never ages and stuff. And I knew John Jenner years ago, and he's a mature student, so he was a lot older than us. And I've seen him recently, and looks exactly the same. And he's travelled through time and space and been in all these different places. So he's clearly the real Doctor Who that the whole thing is based on.
Must be.
They're going with me. Trust me, people at home. They're going with me, even though they've got no clue what I'm talking about. It's all good. Millennium Stadium is where it's not called that anymore, but they play it. Gold! They've got gold in Wales, imagine! But most of it goes to the royal family for their wedding rings. Ah! So, and stuff. There's lots of stuff. And food! There's, oh no, that was that. I was talking about the language. That's a bit complicated, but there's no V in Welsh at all. And you're supposed to have bilingual signs. There's supposed to be in English and Welsh. And 2 F's is a F sound, and 1 F is a F sound. And there's a Welsh language school near me, and there was only in English, so only with a V. And they complained about it until it was pointed out that if they did it with a Welsh, it would be an F, and that would say fart egg. And that was a sign that got stolen a lot. So I think it's still in English there. But well, English is sort of half English, so I'm going to skip that. That's a poem that I wrote that we'll just go, look at that poem. I'm not going to say it, I'm just going to skip through it. Food! I'll teach you about food. Barra bread. You remember the lava bread, not really bread. Now this is a sort of bready cake. Barra is actually the word for bread. So it's like a sort of raisin tea bread. It's quite hard, and it's like a cake, but it's not a cake. It's complicated. And cowl is like lamb stew. Pikelets are like pancakes. They're little tiny pancakes, and you cook them. Have you had Welsh cakes ever? They're very difficult to explain. I had a load of material that I'm like, nobody's going to get this. I'm just going to skip it. But hang on, that is the one.
Morons. Yeah, we are.
No,
That's us.
that is the word.
Oh,
There's
that's-
carrot. It was like, why does that? My auntie moved to France, and she doesn't speak Welsh either, and she had a tea towel with all of these things on it, and she pointed to that and laughed a lot. It was like, okay, but actually, carrots used to be purple, and one of the words for I don't know in your languages, the purple is maroon. You got that word for purple? No.
No.
It makes no sense to anyone. Anyway, this usually they go, ha joke based on a thing. Yes, maroon. Anyway, so let's just finish by singing the Welsh National Anthem. Yay! We can all join in. That's it. It's actually the old country of my father is dear to me. It's the country of poets and singers, famous people, and free famous people. And there's a little bit about shedding your blood for the country and country, la 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 la. Oh, I love my country. So that's it in English. Now, because it is a phonetic language, but obviously I don't expect you to understand or read it. So we're going to sing it. You're going to join in with it. You're going to join in, and I've got the music. Right, we're going to join in.
Thank
I
you
think that
so
was
much.
very kind.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and this is going to just revert to a cinema room as soon
Yeah.
as this is over, so you can see all sorts of amazing stuff here. It's very good here, a very good place, and there's going to be a pool table in the other room again, and it's all
Nice.
back to normal.
And barabrit?
Barra bread is a sort of tea bread. It's
I
very
thought
nice.
that we are tasting.
Oh, maybe I should. To be
It's
honest,
in
I
the
thought
program.
in the program.
Yeah, they wrote that it's tasting.
I think I
We demand
did
the
write that. I
bread.
forgot.
We demand the bread.
Nobody else has asked for it. Next time, we're gonna have to make it. I did look up a recipe. I remember now. I was gonna do
Also,
that.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so
Totally.
sorry.
Oh no.
Oh no, I lied. That's okay. Nobody came anyway. Thank you very much for coming anyway.
Yes, thank you so much. It was really nice.
Yeah, and that's the end of the Fringe. That's us done.
Let's go, yeah.
I have
There's more things.
I have one friend in Leeds, and she's from Welsh as well, and she's trying to do music in Welsh and like also
wow.
like writing a lot in it, and so yeah, it was nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
We're gonna play a show again in December, I think. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's really nice.
I've played in Cardiff 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, it's very hard to get to. Like I'm going home tomorrow, and I've got to go through Leeds to Manchester. I'm going to be in Leeds for 4 hours in the middle of the night before I get my Manchester go on, and then it's just like it's so hard to get anywhere.
We're gonna go get beer, but thank you so much for your show.
Yes, thank you so
thank you
much.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Have a lovely evening. Sorry that I didn't make you barra bread.
No problem, thank you.
Bye
You know,
bye.
this parsnip in Europe, they don't eat it, it's for cows.
Yeah. No, I
But
think
it's very nutritious and good.
it is very nutritious
like
and good.
it. Thank
It's
you very
lovely.
much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, so I did the show to some people, and they didn't know what to expect. They didn't know, and I do remember that I might have promised barrow-brith. Now I'm thinking about it. I did say I was going to make barrow-brith, and then I forgot to do it. So maybe I'll make a video of me making barrow-brith, gluten-free barrow-brith, and then you can just imagine eating it. Anyway, that's me. That's my show. This was 57 minutes. That'll do. That'll do, pig. I'll see you soon. I'll be back in Wales by next Saturday, Sunday. So probably it'll take time. So thank you very much for joining me. Did anybody comment on me? Hardly anyone. So it was so quiet. So quiet. It's yeah, nobody said anything. Is it even live? Is it even live if nobody talks? I'll see you.